So I'll be talking about storytelling frameworks on TikTok. So actually, TikTok business has like come up with a few frameworks that other businesses have used to kind of get traction on TikTok. So the first framework is the story of your product. So this is basically where you talk about like the product and what your brand is, and how what inspired you to start the business, and the values that you bring to the table, and what you actually give the customer. So for an example, let me just play this video. So this video basically talks about why the product was in the market in the first place.
Our family's first pet ever.
Moss ball pet.
My kids had been asking me for a pet, so we were so excited to get our first moss ball pet. They look gorgeous in our home.
They live for 200 years, Mom.
Wow!
Yeah, that was my fifth fish that I had killed within half a year. So I think it's time to look into something new. So I started looking online and doing a lot of research. And when I mean I did a lot of research, I mean I did a lot of research. And I came across this website called Moss Ball Pets, which seems so perfect for me because you don't even have to feed them to keep them alive. So after I bought them, a few days later, they showed up on my front door, and I was more than excited to see the package sitting on my porch. So I brought the package inside and immediately just opened it, and like any kid on Christmas, I opened it right up. So they came with two cute moss ball pets, this baby one and this big one, which I think are so adorable. But I got two kits. So the first kit I got was a cylinder kit, so I got the cylinder. Second kit I got, which is my personal favorite, was the light bulb one. It's so cute. And then they gave me some shells and rocks to stick at the bottom. They gave me 2 certificates to name my moss ball pets and more shells. But now that I have everything, it's time to assemble.
So basically, it's where she couldn't keep pets, so instead she got moss balls, and that's the business. And it's like put in a very creative way because it's user-generated content. It's not that the business has gone out there and said, this is how we started our business. It's kind of like showing them that, okay, this girl had a problem, she couldn't keep pets, so instead she has moss balls. So it's user-generated content that they have used. So that's actually one of the tips that TikTok for Business suggests, to leverage user-generated content and also to introduce the product or the service with very clear messaging, and to connect imagery of the process. So where it started, what was the problem that the customer faced, and how did the business really help the customer to come up with a solution for it. So the second framework that they suggest is to show the results first and then work backwards. So that's basically having like a climatic entrance, like showing, okay, oh my god, this is like the moment, and then kind of showing how they got to that moment. So here on this video, you can kind of see they're kind of basically asking, which brand. Okay, I'll just
3 different logos get created by a human designer and by AI. Can you guess which one's which? How many did you get right? Which one was your favorite? Let me know in the comments. You can get an AI-generated logo for your side hustle right now at TaylorBrands.com, and be sure to use the discount code TaylorTikTok for 15% off at checkout.
So basically, if you see it, they have first shown what they have done, which is AI-generated logos, and then they kind of like talk about how, okay, like they compare the AI logos and the designer ones, and then they put in the fact, like at the end itself, that they give AI-generated content. So that's basically what TikTok wants us to do, to first start with a big bang and then kind of reveal the story of the process. So some of the tips that they have suggested is to break down the steps of how you got there through the captioning, and also to show a different version or shot of the final result, and also very clear CTAs. So call to action buttons must be like very concise and clear. Then the third framework is a elevator pitch. So it's basically a way to kind of show that your brand, to show and convey to your audience that, in a very simple and concise way, and to introduce the business like it's the first time, like even if it's KFC, even if it's Kiehl's, it's like we've never heard of the brand before, and you kind of introduce the customer to it right then and there. So some of the tips that have been used is to use captions, and to use assets to showcase the experience of the product, and to filter through the assets. And also another one, so clear CTA. That's like the one requirement that all these frameworks have. So if I just play this video.
If you are struggling to take control of your money, you just can't handle all those little pesky expenses, then you should check out WeMoney. It will help put all your money into one place to help ensure that you are sticking to your budget. Download now.
So very simple, introducing the brand just as it is, and clear CTA. Like, can you see the learn more button here? That's a CTA. So the fourth framework that they suggest is the step-by-step process. So if you're on TikTok, they have the whole, it shows here like the full step-by-step process on, how to put this product from beginning to the end. So, so that also they suggest that we use user-generated content, and also again a very clear CTA. And also that the caption and the key visual of your product must be like tied very well together. And then the fifth framework is basically to build into a routine. So if you've been on TikTok, you see they have a day in the life of this person or that person, and then you walk basically from the beginning of their day to the end of the day, what they do, everything is in that process, and it's actually interesting to watch as well. So here also they say to filter through 3 or more types of environments or routine based parts of your life, and also to introduce the product through user-generated content or a DIY style asset, and also to use a clear CTA once again. And then the sixth one, which is the last one, is to have it very easy, fast and reliable. So you just have to make sure that the customers feel like they can effortlessly achieve what you're really showing on that TikTok. Even if it's a product that you're using. So if it's a skincare brand, they kind of need to feel like you can get that sort of look and that sort of glow as soon as you use the product. So that's kind of... So that's kind of what TikTok suggests. All 6 of this framework have been tested, and they have been assured that these will work. So if you all are considering pitching any sort of TikTok ideas to your clients, I suggest we take any of these 6 frameworks. I can share this presentation with you guys if you want.